This video is for educational purposes. Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay, the official name until 1995, is the capital city of the Indian state of Maharashtra. Mumbai is the de facto financial center and the most populous city of India, with an estimated city proper population of 12.5 million, 1.25 crore. Mumbai is the center of the Mumbai metropolitan region, the sixth most populous metropolitan area in the world, with a population of over 23 million, 2.3 crore, living within the Mumbai metropolitan region. Mumbai lies on the Konkan coast on the west coast of India and has a deep natural harbor. In 2008, Mumbai was named an Alpha World City. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. The 7 islands that constitute Mumbai were earlier home to communities of Marathi language-speaking Koli people. For centuries, the 7 islands of Bombay were under the control of successive indigenous rulers before being ceded to the Portuguese Empire, and subsequently to the East India Company in 1661, through the dowry of Catherine Braganza when she was married off to Charles II of England. Beginning in 1782, Mumbai was reshaped by the Hornby-Vellard project, which undertook reclamation of the area between the 7 islands from the Arabian Sea. Along with the construction of major roads and railways, the reclamation project, completed in 1845, transformed Mumbai into a major seaport on the Arabian Sea. Mumbai in the 19th century was characterized by economic and educational development. During the early 20th century, it became a strong base for the Indian independence movement. Upon India's independence in 1947, the city was incorporated into Bombay state. In 1960, following the Samyukta Maharashtra movement, a new state of Maharashtra was created with Mumbai as the capital. Mumbai is the financial, commercial, and the entertainment capital of India. It is also one of the world's top 10 centers of commerce in terms of global financial flow, generating 6.16% of India's GDP, and accounting for 25% of industrial output, 70% of maritime trade in India, Mumbai Port Trust, Dharamtar Port and JNPT, and 70% of capital transactions to India's economy. The city houses important financial institutions and the corporate headquarters of numerous Indian companies and multinational corporations. It is also home to some of India's premier scientific and nuclear institutes. The city is also home to the Bollywood and Marathi cinema industries. Mumbai's business opportunities attracts migrants from all over India. The name Mumbai, Marathi, Mumbai, Gujarati, is derived from Mumba or Mahayamba, the name of the patron Hindu goddess, Kuladevata, Mumbadevi of the native Koli community, and from Ai, meaning mother, in the Marathi language, which is the mother tongue of the Koli people and the official language of Maharashtra. According to certain accounts, the Koli community, which hails from Kathiawar and central Gujarat, is believed to have introduced their deity Mumba from Kathiawar, Gujarat, where her worship continues to this day. However, other sources disagree that Mumbai's name was derived from the goddess Mumba. The oldest known names for the city are Kakamuchi and Galajunkja. These are sometimes still used. Portuguese writer Gaspar Correa recorded the name Bombay after 1512 in his Lendas to India, Legends of India. While some Anglophone authors have suggested this name possibly originated as an alleged Galician Portuguese phrase Bom Bame, meaning good little bay, such suggestions lack any scientific basis. Portuguese linguist José Pedro Machado attributes that interpretation to a deficient knowledge of the Portuguese language of these authors, mixing up the Portuguese word bom with the English bay, from the English version of the name. In 1516, Portuguese explorer Duarte Barbosa used the name Tanamayambu. Tana appears to refer to the adjoining town of Thane and Mayamboy to Mumbadevi. The form Bombay is still commonly used in Portuguese. Other variations recorded in the 16th and the 17th centuries include Mombane, 1525, Bombay, 1538, Bombine, 1552, Bombame, 1552, Monbame, 1554, Mombame, 1563, Mombame, 1644, Bombay, 1666, Bombayam, 1666, Bombay, 1676, Boon Bay, 1690, and Bon Bahia. After the English gained possession of the city in the 17th century, the Portuguese name was anglicized as Bombay. Ali Muhammad Khan, Imperial Diwan or Revenue Minister of the Gujarat province, in the Mirat-i-Amidi, 1762, referred to the city as Manbai. The French traveler Louis Rousselet, who visited in 1863 and 1868, states in his book Linda de Rajas, which was first published in 1877, etymologists have wrongly derived this name from the Portuguese Boa Bahia, or, French, Bombay, English, Good Bay, not knowing that the tutelar goddess of this island has been, from remote antiquity, Bamba, or Mumba Devi, and that she still possesses a temple. By the late 20th century, the city was referred to as Mumbai or Mumbai in Marathi, Konkani, Gujarati, Kannada and Sindhi, and as Bombay in Hindi. The government of India officially changed the English name to Mumbai in November 1995. This came at the insistence of the Marathi nationalist Shiv Sena party, which had just won the Maharashtra state elections, and mirrored similar name changes across the country and particularly in Maharashtra. According to Slate magazine, they argued that Bombay was a corrupted English version of Mumbai and an unwanted legacy of British colonial rule. Slate also said the push to rename Bombay was part of a larger movement to strengthen Marathi identity in the Maharashtra region. While Mumbai is still referred to as Bombay by some of its residents and by some Indians from other regions, mention of the city by a name other than Mumbai has been controversial. A resident of Mumbai is called Mumbaikar in Marathi, in which the suffix kar means a resident of. The term had been in use for quite some time, but it gained popularity after the official name changed to Mumbai. Older terms such as Bombayite are also used. Mumbai is built on what was once an archipelago of 7 islands: Isle of Bombay, Parel, Mazagon, Mahim, Colaba, Worli, and Old Woman's Island, also known as Little Colaba. It is not exactly known when these islands were first inhabited. Pleistocene sediments found along the coastal areas around Kandivali in northern Mumbai suggest that the islands were inhabited since the South Asian Stone Age. Perhaps at the beginning of the Common Era, or possibly earlier, they came to be occupied by the Koli fishing community. In the 3rd century BCE, the islands formed part of the Maurya Empire, during its expansion in the south, ruled by the Buddhist Emperor Ashoka of Magadha. The Kanheri caves in Borivali were excavated from basalt rock in the 1st century CE, and served as an important center of Buddhism in western India during ancient times. The city then was known as Heptanesia, ancient Greek, a cluster of 7 islands, to the Greek geographer Ptolemy in 150 CE. The Mahakali caves in Andheri were cut out between the 1st century BCE and the 6th century CE. Between the 2nd century BCE and 9th century CE, the islands came under the control of successive indigenous dynasties: Satavahanas, Western satraps, Abhira, Vakataka, Kalachuris, Konkanmauryas, Chalukyas and Rashtrakutas, before being ruled by the Shilaharas from 810 to 1260. Some of the oldest edifices in the city built during this period are the Jogeshwari Caves, between 520 and 525, Elephanta Caves, between the 6th to 7th century, Wakshwar Temple, 10th century, and Banganga Tank, 12th century. King Bhimdev founded his kingdom in the region in the late 13th century and established his capital in Mahikawadi, present-day Mahim. The Pathar Prabhus, among the earliest known settlers of the city, were brought to Mahikawadi from Saurashtra in Gujarat around 1298 by Bhimdev. The Delhi Sultanate annexed the islands in 1347–48 and controlled it until 1407. During this time, the islands were administered by the Muslim governors of Gujarat, who were appointed by the Delhi Sultanate. The islands were later governed by the independent Gujarat Sultanate, which was established in 1407. As a result of the Sultanate support, numerous mosques were built, with one notable example being the Haji Ali Dargah in Worli. Erected in 1431, this magnificent structure pays homage to the revered Muslim saint, Haji Ali. From 1429 to 1431, the islands were a source of contention between the Gujarat Sultanate and the Bahmani Sultanate of Deccan. In 1493, Bahadur Khan Jilani of the Bahmani Sultanate attempted to conquer the islands but was defeated. The Mughal Empire, founded in 1526, was the dominant power in the Indian subcontinent during the mid-16th century. Growing apprehensive of the power of the Mughal Emperor Humayun, Sultan Bahadur Shah of Gujarat was obliged to sign the Treaty of Bassein with the Portuguese Empire on December 23, 1534. According to the treaty, the 7 islands of Bombay, the nearby strategic town of Bassein and its dependencies were offered to the Portuguese. The territories were later surrendered on October 25, 1535. In accordance with the Royal Charter of March 27, 1668, England leased these islands to the English East India Company in 1668 for a sum of £10 per annum. The population quickly rose from 10,000 in 1661 to 60,000 in 1675. The islands were subsequently attacked by Yakut Khan, the Muslim Koli admiral of the Mughal Empire, in October 1672, Rickloff van Goen, the Governor-General of Dutch India on February 20, 1673, and City Admiral Sambal on October 10, 1673. In 1687, the English East India Company transferred its headquarters from Surat to Mumbai. The city eventually became the headquarters of the Bombay Presidency. Following the transfer, Mumbai was placed at the head of all the company's establishments in India. Towards the end of the 17th century, the islands again suffered incursions from Yakut Khan in 1689–90. The Portuguese presence ended in Mumbai when the Marathas under Peshwa Baji Rao I captured Sultanate in 1737, and Bassein in 1739. By the middle of the 18th century, Mumbai began to grow into a major trading town, and received a huge influx of migrants from across India. Later, the British occupied Sultanate on December 28, 1774. With the Treaty of Surat, 1775, the British formally gained control of Sultanate and Bassein, resulting in the First Anglo-Maratha War. The British were able to secure Sultanate from the Marathas without violence through the Treaty of Purandar, 1776, and later through the Treaty of Salbai, 1782, signed to settle the outcome of the First Anglo-Maratha War. From 1782 onwards, the city was reshaped with large-scale civil engineering projects aimed at merging all the 7 islands of Bombay into a single amalgamated mass by way of a causeway called the Hornby Vellard, which was completed by 1784. In 1817, the British East India Company under Mount Stuart Elphinstone defeated Baji Rao II, the last of the Maratha Peshwa, in the Battle of Khudki. Following his defeat, almost the whole of the Deccan Plateau came under British suzerainty, and was incorporated into the Bombay Presidency. The success of the British campaign in the Deccan marked the end of all attacks by native powers. By 1845, the 7 islands coalesced into a single landmass by the Hornby Vellard project via large-scale land reclamation. On April 16, 1853, India's first passenger railway line was established, connecting Mumbai to the neighboring town of Thane, now Thane. During the American Civil War, 1861 to 1865, the city became the world's chief cotton trading market, resulting in a boom in the economy that subsequently enhanced the city's stature. The opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 transformed Mumbai into one of the largest seaports on the Arabian Sea. In September 1896, Mumbai was hit by a bubonic plague epidemic where the death toll was estimated at 1,900 people per week. About 850,000 people fled Mumbai and the textile industry was adversely affected. While the city was the capital of the Bombay Presidency, the Indian independence movement fostered the Quit India movement in 1942 and the Royal Indian Navy Mutiny in 1946. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. See you in the next one.